Hi guys, welcome along to round 8 for Slydog Racing League. So we're doing Italy and Singapore today. Should be quite an interesting one, especially for Singapore. So normal as we usually do it is going to be our one-shot qualifying and then getting straight into the Italian Grand Prix. And then our results from that will be reverse top 10 grid for start of Singapore. So it should be quite interesting. Just going to wait for everyone to select their setups and get started. Okay, so we are coming down to the end of the qualifying lap. It's only one shot, so let's see who is going to be starting on pole and how many drivers are actually going to invalidate this lap as we come to the end of it right now. Seeing a few disqualifications so far. Let's see, I think it might be TMB with a 120.3 for fastest time so far. Alright, let's wait on that results table and then let's see what we got going for the race start here. Alright, so there we got it. TMB in Alfa Romeo starting on pole with James in second, Chris Band in third, Lando Cam in fourth, Trem in fifth, B Wheeler sixth, Finger seventh, Butters is eighth, D-Loss ninth, Twisted Poncho 10th, Rezo 6 11th, Darwin is 12th, Bitmap is 13, and Stio is 14, Milan 15, disqualified for not being able to make a time on this one. But anyway, let's see how well he's going to work his way up the field, starting all the way in 15th down there. I think we know where he's going to end up, around where he's going to end up. So it should be a good start for the race. Let's see how this one goes. So remember guys, it's going to be 25% race, so mostly will be a one stop for pit stops here. Alright, everyone should be selecting their race strategy and we should be get started in less than a minute or so. Not bad for 15 drivers on track. Milan already ready to go there. Okay, so we're going to try and catch as much of the action going into turn 1 as we can. Of course, not going to be as easy as we would expect, but let's see how this goes with 15 drivers, and here we go. Got quite a few positions, probably changing now in the back. As we head into turn 1, let's see if we're going to have any incidents. Maybe, no, not so far. Oh, saw some carbon fiber flying out, two Haas's into each other. A lot of leaves. Guess because it's fall, I have no idea. quite a few position changing though. TMBA got down to third. He started in first. James up into first right now running. Let's switch a few more. Everyone seems to be slowing down. I think we have maybe a yellow flag, or I don't know what happened there. Oh, we have a safety car. Just not fully showing on our screen as yet. So definitely was some sort of a major incident on the start of that race. We're not entirely sure what that incident was, but according to what I'm seeing on track, it seems that we're under a safety car, but it's just not showing up on screen on top yet. As it's wave yellows all the way around. Yep, does seem to be a safety car. Or no, I have no idea what's happening, if it's glitching or not. Everyone seems to be back racing again. Oh, no, we're not. I thought maybe we were. Just switching out to our leader out in front to see what exactly is happening. I have no idea right now if we're under a safety car or not. Oh, there we go. There's a safety car. I was wondering what the heck is going on. Yeah, guys, so start of the Italian Grand Prix. We're already under a safety car from lap 1. Some sort of major incident. Of course, no driver is out of the races yet. Everyone is still driving. That's good to see. Quite a few position changes happened during the start of that race. Anyway, we're going to see how everyone is going to finish. Where is Milan? He's already up into 7th because quite a number of pit stops happened. I assume that's why he got all the way up to 7th. I know he did gain a few positions at the start of this race. James already got up into P1. Switching this back, I think we'll be able to see... Yep, there we go. How many positions were lost or gained at the start of the race there. So TMBA, he got down to P3. He started P1. James and Nanocam were behind him, so they got up positions there as well. B-Wheeler up 2 positions. A lot of cars up a few positions actually, and because of a number of pit stops that we had. So on the bright side, it's good to see everyone still in the race. We should be getting back to racing pretty shortly in a lap and a half or so time. And let's see how the action continues. Who's going to be coming out on top of this one? Milan trying to work his way up the field right now. What is he driving? A McLaren? Yes, he is. So currently running in 7. Let's see what's going to happen on the restart of this as we get going there. We have missed, I think, about 2 weeks of racing with Slydog, so apologies about that. Oh, and Rizzle Sticks is out of the race. Not sure if it was an incident with him on lap 1 there that caused a safety car or not, but he is out of the race. Not sure if he retired the car, if it was too much damage or what happened exactly. Trem is now in the pits. Chris Panda now in the pits. Currently running on lap 3. We might be having a little bit of a glitch on my side. We can see the safety car image flashing on the track, but it's not showing up on my screen on top. So I'm not going to be sure when the car is about to go in or not as yet. We're just going to have to follow along out front to keep an eye on that. Everyone currently going to be weaving around the track just a little bit just to keep the tires warm as much as they can. Italy is usually just a fast-paced track, so you don't want to be slowing down this much and let those tires cool off too much, because when you do get back to racing, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get the tires back up to temperature, especially trying to have enough grip going into some of these corners, because they are actually pretty high speed. So there's going to be a lot of close gaps on the restart of this race. Resident 6 out, not entirely sure what happened there, but still we got 14 drivers left in the race. Should be interesting session going all the way to the end. 13 laps, about 10 laps left to go by the time we get back racing, hopefully by the end of this lap. Not sure if that safety car is going in as yet. We might not be able to see that graphic from race control because, oh, there we go, we actually got to see it. So safety car is going to be in on this lap, so we're going to have James holding back the field just a little bit. So the safety car can just veer off into the distance and we can safely get back to racing as soon as everyone gets across the line. And that's the white finish line or start line, whatever you want to call it. They have to get past that line before they can actually get back racing. Otherwise, there are going to be some issues. No overtakes allowed before there. You are allowed to keep as close as you want to a car, of course. with the fact that you actually don't get into the back of that car and damage yourself. And they're going around the final turn there now, the Parabolka, and we're about to get back racing. Let's see if TMB can just get back any positions here from Lanocam and James, who got out in front. We're going to try and keep an eye on most of the field if we can to see what's happening down at the back. I guess some position changing down, way down at the back, although just someone's in the pit stops there. Turn 1 seems to be pretty clean. Oh! We got something happened between TMB and someone else. That's a McLaren into the wall. I think that was Milan. I'm not even entirely sure what happened there for a second. Everything seemed to be going fine, and then just some sort of chaos happened on track. Yes, at the exit of turn 1. That's not going to make too many drivers happy. Not sure if we're going to have a VSC because of that, or we're just going to keep going. We seem to just be just going to keep going for this one here. So Milan down all the way to 13 now because of that incident. I think his car was just thrown into the wall. Not sure how well he's going to be able to recover from that. That was a serious incident. Let's see what's happening down at the back here. Quite a number of close gaps all the way going down. Got Trem trying to go past Darren right now. I think they might be going... Oh, they're not going to go wheel to wheel as yet, but that might be happening pretty soon. Trem trying to take it on the inside. Gonna have to be careful about this. Might try and outbreak Darren into turn 1. We're gonna have a few pit-stops happen because I know there was some damage to a few cars on that turn 1 incident right after the restart, after the safety car there. So I'm trying to go around Butters here. Might have actually gotten that done. Oh, Butters off track just a little bit. Lost about 2 or 3 positions because of that there. Still going. I got Chris getting alongside D. Lawson. Got past. Might be holding it going into the next turn. He does so far. Lawson trying to come back at him though. And Trem still under a bit of pressure from Darren behind him, who just went past. So quite a bit of action going on down in the midfield at the moment. Not too much action happening out front. We still got James leading out front there. Steele is now in second. B-Wheeler running third now. Finger in fourth. Lanocam down to fifth. I got Lawson still chasing down Chris Panda. Not sure if he's going to be able to catch him. There's a little bit of a gap, half a second there, so a little bit more to catch up for him. Let's see what's happening out front. James with a fastest lap so far, 122.7, not too bad. Chris trying to get closer to Darren right now. I think he actually might be getting this done into turn 1. I'm not sure if he's going to try and outbreak the racing point. Let's see if he tries to do that. No, he just keeps behind. One keeps it safe for now at least. Maybe gets a better exit. That was another racing point getting off track a little bit there. Definitely getting very close. You know, trying to go around the outside. And he seems to have actually had the pace to get that done. Because he's gotten past Darren. Darren is now down to 8. Chris Panda now up into 7 behind Trem. I got Lawson getting very close to Darren right now. Darren might be having some problems with his car. I'm not sure because he seems to be losing quite a few positions. Now on the threat from Lawson and Butters as well. Someone is falling down the order. I'm not sure what's happening down at the back between Trem and Bitmappy here. Trem is now up into 6, got past Bitmappy. Bitmappy is under a bit of pressure from Darren now as he's trying to get past the Red Bull. James with another fastest lap. He's having a stellar race out front as everyone in the midfield is currently fighting for positions. Oh, Lanocam now takes the fastest lap, so he's doing pretty well in that Williams. Quite a close fight going through lap after lap here right now, so we're about halfway through the race. Oh, I got Bitmappy going for it on Trem. Got it done for now. And Darren with a 3-second penalty. They're going to want to be careful about that. Haven't seen too many penalties being handed out for the race so far. Let's see how close Butters is getting to Lawson right now as Finger is in the pits. Oh, getting excessively close there. Might have had no contact as yet. Excellent driving though from Lawson, keeping it this close to Darren's car without causing any incidents or any damage to his own car. Oh, and that was a Red Bull off. I think that was Bitmappy. He spun. He probably was fighting it with probably with Trem, I think. Not sure if the two of them got into it somehow. Milan's still down in 13, not able to catch it back after the incident with the restart after the safety cars yet. Quite a battle happening between Darren and Butters here. I think Lawson is in it a bit as well with his AlphaTauri. I think Darren is about to go side by side with Lawson. Got past quite smoothly. Has a lot of straight line speed for this. Going to be chasing down Trem again. So has both AlphaTauris behind him now. Let's see if he can actually keep this going around. Excellent racing from the guys so far. Quite some good battles happening down in the middle here. Following with Lawson right now, trying to get past Darren again. I don't think he's too happy about losing 6th place. So Darren is under some severe pressure right now. Both AlphaTauris are behind him. Both of these guys seem to have some significant pace trying to catch up right now to him. That gap is getting very, very close. Dangerously close actually. So they're going to want to be a little bit careful about racing here just to make sure they don't take each other out. Butters with a 3-second penalty down there in 8th. Our top guys are now pitting. James Wheeler and I think Lano Cam are in the pits. Chris Panna now takes over the lead of the race. Trem now up into 2nd. Lawson into 3rd. Butters into 4th. James is might be coming up back in 5th, if we're not mistaken about that. So these guys are now taking the battle out in front to the lead of the race. Of course, Chris has about a 6 seconds lead off of Trem's car there right now. Lawson just 1.9 seconds behind, so they're actually catching up. Of course, they still do have to pit. Our top 4 cars right now still will have to take a pit stop each. Let's see what's happening with Lando Cam here as he's running behind B Wheeler right now. I think he's trying to catch up, trying to break that gap less than half a second if he can, to see what's going to happen there. Oh, and someone else, TMBA is out. Twisted Poncho is out. Not sure if we're having any BSCs for those incidents or what's happened there exactly. We do have yellow flag. I think it might be another safety car. Or is that a VSC? I think we're having a bit of a glitch, so we're not able to see. It seems to be a VSC. I'm just trying to have a look at the graphics on the signboards that's blinking on the left-hand side of the track. I think it's a VSC because it's not showing up on my screen for some reason. So under a VSC for just a little bit here. We should be getting back to racing pretty shortly. I don't think the incident was so severe that we needed a full safety car. So we should be getting back to racing pretty soon. Let's see what's happening up front. So we got Chris Panda leading this race currently. Trem in 2nd, Lawson in 3rd, Butters in 4th. These 4 guys are still yet to do a pit stop in this race. James running 5th, already pitted. B Wheeler in 6th, Lano Cam in 7th. I'm not sure what's happening here. I think our VSC might be over. Oh, yeah, definitely seems to be. As we got Butters trying to go, some minor contact with James there. That could have taken both of them out if he was not too careful. That's Milan running down in 12th. Trying to catch up to everyone there right now. He's a bit way back. Got Wheeler behind Lano Cam running. So gaps are just a little bit more than usual at the moment. Oh, I think that was a car into the wall there. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, it was a Fattori. So that was, not sure, maybe Butters? Yep, definitely was him. Lost a chunk of his front wing, so he definitely is going to have to pit now. He hasn't taken a pit stop as yet, so he's going to be taking one there right now. Not sure how he ended up in that wall there in the first place, but might have been a racing incident, might have gotten into it with someone fighting for position, not sure as yet. Trem is now 8.3 seconds behind Chris, trying to catch up. No damage on his car currently and running. Has Lawson under a second behind him now in the other AlphaTauri, who's still running strong in this race. So that's going to be a little bit more something for him to worry about, depending on when he's going to take his pit stop here. Got James running fourth right now. Lana Cam is fifth, under a second behind James. And Trem taking a 3-second penalty. They're really going to want to be careful with these penalties, because that's really going to add up coming to the end of the race. We're going to see how everyone squares up with that when we get to the finishing positions. Got Butters trying to stay in the race still. Hasn't taken his pit stop as yet. Has that broken wing. Still trying to handle a car with that. We got Darren now down to 9th. His teammate Finger behind him in 10th. Bitmap in 11th. Milan running way down at the back in 12th. He might be trying to get up to 10th to get a P1 start for the next race we're having at Singapore just after this. And he just did the fastest lap, even though he's running in 12th. Not that surprising, he's running on softs. Let's see what's happening with Lawson out front. Half a second behind Trem now, putting some pressure on the McLaren driver. Let's see if he's going to be able to keep up with this, or if Lawson has more pace, he's actually going to be able to catch Trem and try and get a move and get past before actually taking his pit stop here. Trem seems to be losing that rear end just a little bit. He might want to be careful about that. Trem's teammate, I think, is Milan, running in 12 there right now. So only one McLaren actually doing pretty well here tonight. And Darren is out of the race. Not sure what happened with him there. Not even sure if we're going to be able to see that, what happened to his car. His car seems to be stuck on track somewhere. Got lost in Trem getting into it a bit here. Trem trying to hold on to second place because he's having trouble catching up with Chris Panda, who's currently leading the race. Still yes to pit. Actually, no, I think they did a pit stop early in the race, but oh yeah, they did do a pit stop early in the race. I forgot about that with the safety car when they had a bit of incident there, because their tires are 9 laps old and we're currently on the final lap of our race. Sorry guys, I'm used to a 50% race, so getting to the end of a 25% race happens pretty quickly around here. Let's see what other close gaps we have happening at the moment. I think our other closest gap is going to be between Lano Cam and James there. Heading out front to Chris Panda as he comes around the Parabolica now to finish his final lap of the Italian Grand Prix here and finishes on pole. So excellent race from him. We got D. Lawson currently running second, Trem currently running third. Let's see what penalties are going to do about this and who's going to be finishing second or third. It's going to be a close finish for the two of them here. Lawson currently holding. Oh, Trem takes back second. Lawson goes down to third. Oh, James goes up to second now. Penalties are really coming in play with these guys. Butters coming around there now. So James in second, Trem in third, Lando Cab in fourth, B. Wheeler fifth, Theo is sixth, Lawson seventh, Butters is coming around in eighth. I think the Finger is going to get ninth. And Milan DNF'd in 11th. Oh, Fingers goes up to 8th. Butters comes down to 9th. And I think it's going to be Bitmappy in 10th. That's the only position left there. So an excellent finish for everyone for the Italian Grand Prix here for Slydog Racing League for Tier 1. We're now going to be going straight into our second race for Tier 1, which is going to be at Singapore. Night race. Should be an excellent one there. Alright, so let's run through that one more time as the table comes up again. So Chris Panda finishes on pole, James in second, Trem takes third, Lano Cam takes fourth, B Wheeler fifth, Steel is sixth, Lawson seventh, Fingers eighth, Butters takes nine, Bitmappy 10th, Milan finishes in 11th for this one. So Darren 12, Twisted Poncho 13, TMB is 14, Rizzle 6, 15. So starting for Singapore, it's going to be... Let's see, that's going to be reverse top 10 grid. So it's going to be Bitmappy in 4th, Butter 2nd, Fingers 3rd, Lawson is going to be 4th, CEO is going to be 5th, Wheeler is going to be 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Chris Panda will be starting 10th. So let's see how well they're going to be finishing there. Milan did take the fastest lap of the race here, though. Was not able to finish the race, though. Anyway, that's how it goes for the Italian Grand Prix here. So that was actually a pretty good race. A lot of good battles happening on track. Let's see how Singapore is going to be. Pretty tight track, so that should be a lot more fun to watch. No qualifying for that one. We're just using the top 10 results here to do a reverse grid. And the rest of the guys after from 11 go down. We'll start right where they are. Alright guys, I think we're just about ready to get started here at Singapore, so let's wait on that to load and everyone to select their setup and we should be getting going. I think just a few more drivers left to select their setups. I think that's it. We're about ready to go now. Should be an interesting race here. Alright guys, here we go. And they're off. Start of the Singapore Grand Prix. Oh, what on earth is happening down at the back? I can't even tell at the moment. Trying to get a best of view that we can. What's happening down at the back right now? See a lot of carbon fiber moving around the place. Let's get back out in front. Got a three-way battle going through that corner. So Bitmappy currently leads, Butters in second, Lawson running in third. Trying to catch up to his teammate there. Nanocat running fourth. Great overhead view from this point. Let's see what's happening. Switching back to tires. Fingers is the only person started on mediums. Not sure that's carbon fiber going all over the place right now. We might be seeing a safety car here pretty soon, or maybe a VSC. This track is pretty tight. It's not that easy to keep your car from hitting the wall, especially battling with other cars here. So we're going to see how well that's going to go. Oh, and that's Trem losing part of his front wing, getting straight into the rear of Finger's car. That's going to cost him there. Chatty Duck running in 11th. I think he is just behind Trem as well, trying to get past. Remember guys, there is not a lot of room to move around on this track when you're trying to get around cars. So there are only certain spots you're actually going to be able to go for an overtake here. And you got to just be so careful about it, especially at the start of a race like this. Everyone is pretty close. Milan getting very close to someone right now. That was a pretty good overtake getting around. Now up into 9 for Milan. I think 2 or 3 pit stops probably happening there as well. His teammate is, I'm not sure where his teammate is at the moment. Down in 11th. So Milan up into 9. Chatty Duck running it in 8th. Oh, and Twisted Poncho out of the race. Not sure what happened to his car. He's stuck on the side somewhere. Let's see if we can have a view from Finger's car here. Oh no, Fingers is going into the pits. We're not going to get to see what happened there. And we have a VSC for that incident with Twisted Poncho there. He is out of the race. 15 drivers still remain though. We still have an excellent race remaining. About 13 laps to go. So don't go anywhere. It should be quite interesting. Let's see who is quite close together here before we get back racing away from this VSC. So we got Lawson and B. Wheeler very close to each other. They're going to be going at it as soon as this race gets started again. And we got Bitmappy, and then Milan is just under a second behind him. Slydog also just under a second behind Milan. So that's going to be quite a good battle happening there in the midfield again for this race, for the second race running for Tier 1. There's just going to be no overtaking until that VSC is not over, which is not as yet. I expected it probably should have been over. Oh, there we go. We are back racing again. Track is green. Everyone is going to go for it. Let's see what's happening on midfield, as I don't think anything much is happening out in front. Oh. That's Milan trying to go for it on Bitmappy. He has great skills in getting very close to a car, and he's got up into 5th. Quite a few pit stops happening down in the back. I think a few cars got damaged. I think maybe just before that VSC that we had happen. So Milan now up into 5th, running. Bitmappy chasing him down, 1.1 second behind. I think Milan might have lost end plate on his front wing. Actually lost both end plates and is still going at it. I don't think he's going to be pitting right away. He might actually just push that car without those end plates until he needs to pit, and then actually change the front wing. Oh, might have touched the wall just a bit there again. Hopefully not taking any further damage to that car. Let's see what's happening out front. We got Butters currently leading the race right now. Lando Cab in P2, TMB in P3 currently running. Didn't have a good race the last race. He started high up and then fell way down. B. Wheeler running in 4th right now. Got Milan running 5th, Bitmap is 6th. 86 is running 7, new driver in, for me at least. Oh, and Rizzlestick seems to be disconnected. Trem going past him there now, Finger running 10th, Steer is running 11th, Lawson running 12th now. Chris Panda in 13th, and Chatty Duck 14th, James in 15th, Twisted Poncho out of the race. Oh, and Milan's car has lost his entire front wing. I think he was probably fighting it with Bitmappy and that happened. I'm not even sure. Or if he, oh, his car is out of the race. Definitely there. That puts Haters 86 up into 6th now. And Bitmappy is missing a portion of his front wing. We currently have a safety car because of that incident with Milan there now. So that's going to be a safety car for another 2.5 laps or so, and then we're going to get back racing again. So quite a bit of action here at Singapore. Butters still leads. This is going to trigger another set of pit stops. Might be the final set of pit stops we see from most of the drivers here. They're going to try to take advantage of the safety car and try to get a faster pit stop happen and save themselves some time. And then go to the end of the race on whatever tires are going to be coming back out on. I'm not sure about the drivers out in front right now who are currently haven't pitted as yet, I think. Let's see pit stops, what's happening. And there we go. So from P1 to P6 have not pitted as yet. Let's see when they do decide to pit though. Because they might want to try and do it under the safety car, maybe go into mediums and then go to the end of the race on that if it's going to be able. Oh, and Heater 86 with that drive-through penalty, speeding under the VSC. It's actually so easy to do that, trying to catch up to the car in front of you. But you do have to drive 40% less speed. And that's Lanocam with a missing end plate on his front wing. It is so difficult to drive this track without actually damaging your car. It's not easy to do. Butters running out in front, 3.7 seconds ahead. Has no damage on his car. You might want to try and keep it that way for the remainder of the session. We got TMB running very well with his car right now in P3. No damage. I got Wheeler. Let's see his car. They're going into the pits probably there, I think. I think they're doing their pit stops here now. So our front guys running out in front are now doing their pit stops. Let's head on down to CEO there. He has already done this pit stop, went on to hards, and is back out. So he's definitely going to the end of the race on these. I would assume you should be able to go to the end on mediums from this point at least. Not sure what strategy drivers choose to go with here though. Following with Lawson and Slydog here. Slydog running in 9th. You got Trem running in 10th right now. Trying to keep that McLaren in the point because his teammate is now out of the race. Twisted Poncho as well out. James running in 14. Result 6 I think might be disconnected still. I'm not even sure if he... Oh, there he's actually still disconnected. He might be having some issues here. And we are having internet issues as it seems. Apparently that's why that's been happening. I assume that's probably what it was. And where's the other Haas? Running in 7th right now. We should be coming to an end of the safety car here pretty soon, hopefully, to get back to racing. We have about 10 laps of racing remaining by the time we get to the end of it, I assume. And cars are now all bunched up, so we'll be on a rolling start getting back to this race here. So it's going to be quite interesting to see if we're going to go straight to a VSC after the safety car when a restart. Could actually happen, because with all these cars so close together and so very little space left on track to move when you're trying to go past someone, there's only so much room. So it's very easy for cars to get into some sort of incident, losing front wings and probably taking yourself out or taking another driver out. So we're going to see what's going to happen when we get started with the restart of the race. We still have a few drivers trying to catch up to the safety car queue right now. I think I got Hater 86 in the pits right now, so quite a lot of cars all bunched up together now because of this safety car. So let's see how our front guys are running. So Butters back out there is now running in 1st, BBL running 2nd, TMB running 3rd, Lano Cab running 4th, Bitmappy 5th, CEO 6th, D Lawson 7th, Slydog 8th, Trem 9th, the finger is 10th, Chris Panda 11th, Rizzle 6th, 12th. I think he might be disconnected still. Oh yeah, he's still disconnected, having no issues. Hater 86 is 13th, James is 14th. So Rizzle's car is just going to be ignored in the race for now, because he's not going to be able to get back on. His teammate is still running though, high in 6th, getting some points for the team, so good job for him for that. I'm trying to keep his the only McLaren running in the race right now in 9th for some points. At the end of this race, guys, remember we're gonna be starting the stream for Tier 2 for Slydog Racing League, and let's see what those guys can do. It's gonna be the same 2 tracks, a different set of drivers, so it should be quite interesting. I do like the overhead view of the bridge there. A lot of people actually don't know that there's a bridge there that they're going across, because on board you can't really tell. Safety car is in this lap. There we go. So at the end of lap 6 going to lap 7, we'll be getting back racing, so we'll have about 8 laps of racing to go and deal with. And that's actually, as it sounds, it's not actually that a lot of time actually to get things done in this race. With a very tight track like this, you really want to get it done as fast as you can. Oh, and see with a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Bitmappy. He might have taken damage on that, I'm not sure. Let's see if you can have a look. And the Haas has taken a bit of damage, I think, losing end plate. Okay, so I think we're about to get back racing. The safety car is going back into the pits. And let's see how our restart is going to go, as here they go, about to go across that line and get back racing. Let's see how turn 1 goes. Seems to be going well so far, as we got cars going side by side with each other, trying to fight it out. Got quite a few positions changing in midfield. Not going to try to call him now before I confuse myself with it. Oh, got a Red Bull coming alongside there. I think that's lost in a bitmap, he might be. Bitmappy and Slydog seem to be quite competitive here. I'm not sure which one is the faster driver, but they're both just right behind each other in 6 and 7 right now. Lawson down to 8. Trem still running at 9th. Chris Panda got up to 10th, so he's doing pretty well there, getting into the points. Let's see what's happening out front. TMB is running just behind Wheeler right now, trying to catch up to get 2nd place. Might want to try and keep that car a little more steady if you can. This is quite a difficult corner to go through, because it's a quick right and then left-hander going around there. Butters trying to comfortably lead out front. We got Slydog getting past Bitmappy here. I got Trem fighting for 2nd place at the moment, with Chris Panda and the finger fighting just behind him as well, coming through. Everyone seemed to go through well. I think someone might have gotten into the wall down at the back there. I'm not sure as yet. Oh, and that's Trem's car. Slydog is out of the race. That was Trem losing it. Had a bit of a issue, lost his entire front wing there. We didn't get to catch that full incident, but I knew something had happened there. Trem all the way down to the 13th now because of that. So Slydog out of the race. Milan out. Twisted Poncho out. Bitmappy is out of the race. I think he's retired, probably in the pits, not sure. So Trem running in 12th in the pits right now, changing tires. I don't think we're under a VSC or anything. We're still racing. So let's get back out front and see what's happening here. We got less than a second behind B-Wheeler, running 2nd, TMB in 3rd. Got Lano Cam just behind TMB as well. Oh, the finger was disconnected for a second there. I think he's back in. Oh, and we got someone. James has spun around. Might have gotten an incident with someone there. I know 86 was right around. I'm not sure what happened. He's missing an end plate on his car. Race is still going on. Lap 8 of 15 now. Quite a difficult track to drive here, Singapore. So got quite a few cars with damaged front wings. And that's, oh, quite a number of drivers getting fastest lap there. I think the finger is missing quite a bit of his front wing there right now. Definitely going to have to pit with that amount of damage. So I got quite a few more pit stops happening. Let's get her back in front. Lano Cab under 2nd behind B-Wheeler. He's still chasing him down. Steel in the Haas. Getting up to TMB. Might be getting past here using the RS on his overtake. Going alongside him. Takes the inside. Goes around. Gets it done. Stays on the racing line. That was actually nicely done by him. Getting up into 4th place. TMB now down into 5th. He's going to have to try and catch her back if he can. Lano Cam getting very close behind B-Wheeler right now. Chasing down the Renault. Let's see if he's going to be able to get past here though. In a bit of a difficult section of the track to actually get an overtake done. So he's going to probably want to wait it out and just try to keep as close as he can, as he's about to get DRS on this section here now going through. Let's see if that's going to help, using whatever bit of overtake he has. Not able to get close enough as yet. I think he got a better exit than B-Wheeler there though. Not sure how well that was going to help. Gap is still under a second, so I would say he's still doing pretty well, chasing down the Renault. Does have company behind him though. Theo is 1.2 seconds behind, so that's actually going to be a battle happening pretty soon. Chris Panda getting a 3-second penalty, and he's currently running 8. Butters running 1.1 seconds out in front of B Wheeler. So I think Wheeler's trying to put some pressure on him right now. Nanocam getting into contact with B Wheeler, going alongside using DRS. Doesn't have any kind of overtake to use, but he is getting past. Let's see if he's actually going to be able to stick. He might. Oh, there he goes. Try to take the racing line. Let's see. B Wheeler can actually get it back. Doesn't seem like he's going to be able to. Might have to just hold it there for now. Chris Panda now getting a fastest lap there, I think. Yep, he is. That's Theo in 4th place, coming up in the Haas behind B Wheeler right now. Might be trying to get a podium here at Singapore. Following along with Theo 93 right now. Let's see if he's going to be able to get past B Wheeler. That will be 2 positions lost by Wheeler if he actually loses 3rd place right now. I don't think he wants to lose the podium position here. I'm not sure if he has any penalties. That's just going to hand it over to Theo in the end. But that's going to be determined pretty shortly, as we have just about 5 laps remaining here at Singapore. And this does seem to be our closest gap going so far. Oh, as Lanocam now got the gap under a second behind himself, behind Butters there. Oh, going side by side. Let's see what's happening here. Wheeler now down into 4th. And Theo is up into 3rd. In the Haas up into the podium now. Oh, and he just got a 3-second penalty. That's probably going to hurt him and maybe he can lose that 3rd place. He's going to want to be careful about that. I know his teammate is currently watching on, so he's going to really want to try and keep it on the podium if he can. I'm not sure if B Wheeler has any penalties. And it's only about 4 laps left, so he can try and get a gap going if he wants to. I'm not sure how much he's going to help, though, if Wheeler doesn't have a penalty. He's then just going to lose that podium place again there. Let's follow along with Lanocam right now, chasing down Butters, trying to gain time off of him right now. Trying to actually take a different line from him to save some time. Lanocam doing a very good job driving in 2nd there though. Trying to keep the gap under a 2nd. Butters trying to keep it over a 2nd right now to keep Lanocam out of the DRS range. Which, as surprisingly as you would expect, it actually does help around this track, even though it's so close cornered. I got TMB trying to get very close to... Oh, got parts versus 6 car there now. I don't know why versus 6 car is all the way up into 6 right now. Getting back to Lanocam there in 2nd. Quite a number of drivers out. Trem now running 11th out of the point, so no McLaren scoring point for this race if Trem is going to be finishing there. He's 25 seconds behind Lawson, so that's quite a big gap to catch up on in about 3 laps time. I got Chris Panda getting very close to TMB. Let's see if he's going to be able to get anything done. The F1 cars actually do look pretty great under the lights here at Singapore. And Chris Panda is about to get DRS, using it. Not a lot of overtake to use since they've been using it out most of the track here. Just under half a second now. Let's see if he's going to be able to actually get this overtake done before the end of the Singapore Grand Prix here this evening. Running on lap 12 still here. Lando Cam out front in second, still trying to keep that gap under a second behind Butters. Oh, and Butters gets a 3-second penalty. That's going to help Lando Cam right now, if he doesn't have any penalties, that is. I think Butters is starting to feel the pressure off of Lando Cam's car there. B. Wheeler with a 3-second penalty. He's running in fourth. So quite a number of penalties. We're going to see how well that works out for these guys down at the end, because I'm quite sure some of these cars are going to be losing positions because of the amount of penalties given out. Okay, so we just begun lap 13 running. Let's go back to Lando Cam chasing down Butters right now. Probably knows that he has that penalty now. It's definitely going to give him more of more confidence to just chase down Butters and keep as close as he can here right now, hoping to get a race win, because Butters will be demoted down to P2 if he's the one with a penalty and Lando Cam doesn't have one. Of course, Theo in third is going to want to be getting in on this as well, but he does have a penalty as well, so he's probably just going to even out with Butters here, because Butters would have come down to a third and put him up into second. I think this battle is going to go all the way down to the end of the race. Not sure if Butters is going to be able to hold the lead for another 2 laps or so. He's really going to have to try and do it. For lap 14 and 15, as about to go into lap 14 here right now as they go around the final turn, and Lando Cam has DRS on Butters. Let's see if we can get him into turn 1. I don't think he's close enough to get this, and he doesn't have overtake to use. That might have actually helped if he did. Of course, ERS management is a little bit more tricky on a track like this. Oh, and that's a McLaren. That's definitely trim, spun around. Already running in 11th. His teammate out of the race. So McLaren not having a good day here today. Butters driving pretty well out in P1 so far in that AlphaTauri. Lando Cam still trying to chase him down. We got Theo in P3 in the Haas. He's getting very close now to Lando Cam. Second to last lap of this race, and we got a great battle happening with the top 3 here right now. I think Lando Cam might have made a mistake there, as we have Butters almost lost the lead of the race, and he might be losing it here again. Let's see if he can be able to get it back. He's braced into the corner by Lando Cam as Lando Cam goes out in front, and I got Theo in the Haas. Oh! And it's a massive accident between Theo and Lando Cam there. Butters takes the lead and continues on. B. Wheeler moves up into second. So that's both Haas with serious issues. I don't know where he's coming out in the race here right now. He's still in third running though. Lando Cam now down into fourth. Has probably his own front wing on top of the car still running. Now it's off. And I think he's running without a front wing. I'm not sure if he's going to be finishing the race in this way, or he's going to be taking a pit stop on this occasion here. He is going to take his pit stop. CEO is continuing on. He has most of his front wing on still to go. Lando Cam took severe damage on that collision there. Butters was quite lucky to actually get away from that, still with the lead of the race. And let's see how much damage he has. Just missing an end plate on his car right now. On the final lap of the Singapore Grand Prix here this evening. So some great driving from Butters in the AlphaTauri. He's going to be finishing in first if he continues on. B. Wheeler now 5.5 seconds behind Butters. Say Butters only has that 1 3-second penalty. He definitely will be able to keep the lead of the race and finish on pole position here today, provided he can keep that gap going for the remainder of this lap, which he might actually be able to do, as we got Theo running in third right now. So massive accident just before the end of the race. Second to last lap between P2 P3. I think Butters a little bit more just he was so much more close to being involved in that, and probably would have lost the lead of the race because of it, especially if he has gotten as much damage as Lano Cap did get. I don't think any closer gaps exist except for James on our second behind Lawson there. Right now we're going to follow with Butters as he finishes the final lap here at Singapore for the win of the Singapore Grand Prix. So excellent race from him, excellent driving. And he comes around to take pole position for the race. So good job from him for finishing there. We got B-Wheeler coming in second. Steel coming in third. TMB is going to come around, and let's see, he should be getting a P3 or P4, sorry. So the half still finishes in third on the podium. Got TMB finishing fourth there now. Chris Panda coming around for fifth. Got the fireworks still going off. Always a nice display here at Singapore. Got Lano Cab, who was involved in that incident with CEO, now coming around finishing in sixth instead of second. Rizzle 6 car still disconnected. We're just gonna avoid that one from now. So it's a finger there in 8th. He's probably gonna be promoted up to 7th for his finish there, because Rizzle's car was disconnected all the race. Then Lawson comes behind him, which means Trem probably will be put into the points here in 10th. If I forget how the points work, I'm not even sure at the moment. And James should finish just behind him, and that's the end of the Singapore Grand Prix here for Slydog Racing League, sponsored by Grace Bespoke, and that was tier 1 for both Italy and Singapore. So driver of the day, oh, that was funny. I'm sorry, that was just funny. Good job, Rizzle 6. You did an excellent race watching on with me. Alright, so that's the end of Singapore Grand Prix. That's Butters there now in first for it. B-Wheeler second, Steo third, TMB is fourth, Chris Panda fifth, Lano Cap sixth, Rizzle 6 7th, the finger is 8th. Well, we're gonna have a switch there. James is 9, might move up to 8th. D Lawson 10th, should be moved to 9th, and Trem 11th should be moved up to 10th. The header 86, Bitmappy, Chatty Duck, Milan, Twisted Poncho didn't finish the race, and that's the end of tier 1 here with Slydog Racing League, and we're going to be headed straight into the stream for Slydog Racing League tier 2 very shortly. In about 5 to 7 minutes time we'll be starting that stream, so we'll be ending this one off. Thank you guys for joining us. I do appreciate it. Everyone, please do leave the video a like. Appreciate it very much. Thank you guys.